Good rasa.
Good morning, friends. Am I audible?
Yes, yes. Good morning. You are audible.
Yeah, because I have brought a new audio device, so I'm testing about that.
स्वभावना तेजसा
I take one more minute for the people to join the meeting. After that, I'll start. Madam unnara meeting lo?
No, ma'am is not there.
Okay, okay. We'll wait for madam.
Lesson venta.
నమస్కారం. కోవిడ్-19 అన్లాక్ ప్రక్రియ ఇప్పుడు దేశమంతా మొదలైపోయింది. అటువంటప్పుడు కేవలం అత్యవసరాల కోసం మాత్రమే. అలా
Yeah, madam.
పంపించడం
పంపించాను మేడం. స్టూడెంట్స్ కూడా ఒక 20 మెంబర్స్ జాయిన్ అయ్యి ఉన్నారు.
ఓకే
ఓకే మేడం.
Yeah, start.
Yeah, madam. Okay, thank you. Good morning, friends. Actually, this
Venkat,
seminar.
1 second.
Yeah, madam.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt you. Good morning to all the dear students. So first today how to listen the session completely, and later followed by I'll be giving a couple of days, and after that you have to submit your PPTs of ICT. You have to take the present. You have to present the PPTs. So because of that, kindly note the points, whatever Venkat sir is saying, and if anything is there also, you can share with him after the session. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, ma. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Today's my session is about preparing our PowerPoint presentations and also APA style. Actually, I have seen many of my friends. I can't remember, but many of my friends I have seen they have given very good presentations and they have prepared good PowerPoint slides. So some of them need improvement that madam has actually she felt. So for their sake, she discussed on the Zoom meeting, one of our Zoom meeting only, that they need a little improvement. So for that, if anybody gives some guidance, actually madam is busy with first year, second year and all, so many semesters. So she want to take any one of us, our help, to help our friends, classmates to make their presentations more beautiful and effective. Um, and I have seen many of our friends, like recent days, Nitya madams or Vasundhara madams, and Yasmin, and so many, Meeta and Lavanya madam, Jyoti madam. These are so many presentations I have seen. They are very nice, and their slides also I felt very much impressive, and I have learned some points how to make the slides after seeing their slides also. But this session is only mainly like rediscuss some basic rules of our PowerPoint presentations. Many of my friends know, but few needs help. Madam felt and asked. So today the first topic is about our. Excuse me. First topic is about PowerPoint presentation. So in PowerPoint presentation, how to create a professional PowerPoint presentation. So we can create so many different types of PowerPoint presentations. For teaching pre-primary kids, we can prepare a PowerPoint presentation. For teaching high school students, we can prepare a PowerPoint presentation. Or in our professional courses, we can create a PowerPoint presentation. Or any like giving seminars or any project works also, we can create a PowerPoint presentation. So, and you know that today the class is taken by me. It's K. Venkateshwar Rao, roll number 1. So now today we discuss about this PowerPoint presentation. So in any PowerPoint presentation, when we think about a PowerPoint presentation, just imagine that it's like a poster. PowerPoint presentation is nothing but a digital, it's like a digital poster. So where you are creating some sort of slides so that they help you to explain more. It's not that it's not a running notes, or it's not any Word document, or any other thing, or it's not any thesis writing. PowerPoint is completely like excuse me. PowerPoint is completely like, it's a 1 minute. So that this disturbance will go. Is like a similar poster design. So actually what usually we use many things in this PowerPoint presentation, like we use text. We use text. We use audio visuals. We use graphs. Okay. We use Videos also. Hello, excuse me. Excuse me, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
My screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you. So here we include text, and we include graphs, we can include pictures, we include videos also. You can include your audios also in this PowerPoint presentation. While you are preparing a professional PowerPoint presentation, as per me, and after researching many, referring many content in the net, I finalized that there will be 3 stages in preparing any professional PowerPoint presentation. Let me go to that. The stages in the PowerPoint presentation. So if you see here, first stage is research. So what PowerPoint, on what topic you are going to present your PowerPoint, what you have to research on that. So I'll discuss about that in detail now. Next point is writing your PowerPoint presentation. And third step is design your PowerPoint presentation, because here we are designing a professional PowerPoint presentation. So we should have how we have our research plans, how we have written our research proposals, how we have written so many assignments, and in our MED, in so many places. First, what we do, we write an outline, and after that, write a rough note, and after that, we design that. So in the same manner, in PowerPoint presentation also, we have 3 stages. That is first, research. What is this research mean? In research, what are the different steps you have to follow while you are researching? Research in the sense you are not starting any PowerPoint presentation at right now. In that first, in research, on what topic you want to prepare your PowerPoint presentation is the first step. But actually, topic, if you come to the topic in our MED seminars, already topic is given by our lecturers. So the first step is develop the thesis. A thesis in the sense, you don't think that a big paragraphs and pages. It is, I am in my sense, I given a shortcut name to that is just a thesis, means a sentence on what you want to research. That is research in the sense on what you want to develop your PowerPoint presentation. So on what, that small crispy sentence already is given by our lecturers. So first step they have done. Remaining all the steps we have to do, because this is our seminar. It's not which topic we have to choose. That is different type of assignments. We can at that type of assignments we can choose here. But here our lecturers has given one thesis or one point of that, which is very actually when you select on your own, it should be very specific to your course, relevant to your course, and it should be debatable, augmented, and everybody can think about that and can raise their points and all that about that. So already we have that good thesis statements given by for our seminars. Next point, next step in this research is developing the relevant points. It's a very means you, once the statement has come, it's time to get the main points. Means you got your seminar topic, like role of technology in promoting higher order skill is your thesis. On that, what are the relevant points I can see? Somebody came, I'm admitting, please. Okay. So now what are the relevant points related to your thesis? What points you can keep? One thing is that first make a list of those points related to your topic, role of technology. In, for example, you think you want to give some introduction of role of technology nowadays in a 3-4 sentences. So that one you write down. Next, you want to give what is definition of technology. And you want to also give definition what the higher order skills means in 1 or 2, 3 lines. Like that, you make a list and jot down everything what comes your mind related to your topic. Okay, and every topic should be like, see, debatable. It's not should be like a closed thing. Everybody can say, it should be like everybody can say their opinions on the on that. Okay, after you develop those, write down those relevant points related to your thesis. Next, the third The third step is outline, creating outline for your presentation. Already everyone knows about this. Outline, it helps anywhere. After writing that, if you write down roughly with a pencil in your book, you can, if you write an outline, which point where I should keep and how much extent I should keep, you can organize what you include. So once just now I told, because that syllabus book is there in front of me. First topic is role of technology in promoting higher order skills. So that is the topic. For that, what I said, you want to give introduction, you want to give what is definition of technology, you want to give what is higher order skills, and after that, how this technology is playing a crucial role, and then you want to keep that, and what are the factors influencing this technology in improving something. No, there are different things you want to put in your thesis, that relevant points. That outline you have to write down. You have written many points and keep that in an outline. Once outline means, for example, introduction. Next, you want to give your topic sentences and break each point into main sentence. Your topics are there. No? Just now I said no, define technology, or next higher order skills, and you want to role of technology and what are the factors influencing the technology in imparting higher order skills, like that. These are your main topics wise. In this, for each topic, you give some 2 or 3, not more than that, 2 or 3 supporting statements, not many. With that supporting statements, you can elaborate your explanation. And finally, what you do, you come to conclusion. Conclusion is also very important, where when you are giving introduction, it is different. While you are concluding, conclusion should be a memorable. Actually, what we do, conclusion means it is sum up of our points discussed in the presentation on any way. So that also should be there, and you can add a spice to your conclusion to make your presentation memorable. So first stage is develop thesis, a statement for your presentation, and second one is relevant points. What are the relevant points I can keep in this? Relevant points, see the name itself, I am telling relevant points. So is it relevant to this topic? For example, if we ask to develop principles of curriculum, so what we do, what is a curriculum, how many members are given different definitions of the curriculum, what are the objectives of curriculum, what are the salient features of the curriculum, what are the scope of the curriculum, those are all not relevant to our topic. If we keep all those topic, again our PowerPoint presentation and our topic is going to in somewhere tossed away from the main content. So relevant points is important. After that, making an outline. Outline means your introduction, your main points, 2 main points, what are the key points you want to add, and finally conclusion. After that, writing a structure and outline. Next step is you have to write your PowerPoint presentation. Here, when you write your PowerPoint presentation, what we do is we can write in the notes. It's not now. If you take my example, I don't write on a paper, or I don't design on a paper. And in the Word itself, I will do all this work. Wherever Word I look in the Word document, I'll do it. After that, step by step, I'll make it. So now writing in the sense also, you what you write first, you write with a strong. Start strong. When you want to start any presentation, you should start strong with an interesting, enthusiastic questions or appearance of your slides, or by anything. You start strong with your statements, and after that, when you start strong your presentation, your audience will get attracted to your presentation, and the curiosity will be developed, and they want to listen to your presentation curiously. And in the same way, end strong in the sense, when you give a conclusion. See, when you start, what you do, you give when you are starting, you give introduction. You should be very clear what is your thesis, and outline what you are going to discuss. As now, when I started, I clearly told why this presentation is, what I am going to tell you, so that you got an idea. It's like objective of the start strong is that you are fixing that what you are expected to going to learn today or know today. So then you will have idea, and your flow of thoughts will the thoughts flow in the same direction to learn. If I directly start and without giving what I am going to tell and what you are going to listen, and if I go slide by slide, they will be in confusion what they are going to know next. So and strong. When you say and strong, conclusion. Instead of simply, see, when you introduce, it is like introduce yourselves what you are telling. But conclusion is very important, because conclusion should be a call to the listeners. Call to the listeners means when you conclude, they should think something I should implement from this seminar. That is the thing. And always use simple language and direct language and impactful language. And after while writing, next, hook and angles. Let's get the hooks and angles. So see that your presentation is having these hooks and angles. That is very important to attract your audience and listeners. See, like what are the hooks and angles? Means suppose you use a proactive statements. You can say some surprising things, or you can use any graphics, or you see, or you can give a problem to them to solve. Whatever it may be, you hook up the audience. It's not go on reading, cannot create interest. And after listening or 5 or 10 minutes, they will be distracted. So without making distraction from your point, you see that you are creating. Suppose in my slide, if I am not opening what's next point is before, because if I open my slide completely, you all read it and you'll understand, oh, this is the first step, this is second step, this is third step, and next you're not going to listen the complete slide. That's happened with anybody. It's a psychology. So when you create these type of proactive statements or animations or any some stories or examples, or you pop up a question or whatever it may be, that creates. And also next one is mini hooks. Means it's nothing but your point when you keep a small point on the presentation, see that you are giving some linear and or deliver each point like they clearly remember it. Mini hooks means how clearly you are speaking and how slowly you are stating your statement, and what are the pauses, appropriate pauses you are giving between each thing. So these are the mini hooks, so that the content goes into them. If I speak continuously, the writing process of the PowerPoint, the starting end point, like this hooks and angles, mini angles, relevant point. If I speak continuously, you will be in a confusion that what I am speaking. So major hooks are like creating some proactive things, questions and all that. Mini hooks means for every mini hooks, like you are attract with your voice, slowly state the statements, repeat them, and use appropriate pauses. That is also very much required. Okay, thank you, friends. Now third one. Now is the main work we are doing. This is a we can do in our word. And you see, suppose when we say about these relevant points or develop these and the hook angles and all that, when we start designing, we refer many websites or books. Just you can copy the text or whatever you want, paste in your Word document. There you can what we say, reshuffle or order, arrange and all that. From there you bring it into your design, and the final product of your presentation in making PowerPoint presentation, delivery is the final project and outcome, excuse me. Now in designing, what is the first step? PPT template. It's very, very, very important nowadays. Why? Choose an engaging PPT template design. Never choose a PPT template which distract your audience or listeners. So suppose if I put many stars, many designs, many flowers and all those things, my audience will be attracted towards those stars and those designs, and they want to see what is the design, what is there in the design. Is it Mamadi Pindala design? It is animal Yenugula design. It is Hamsala design. All this, understand? So choosing the template which should be engaging. It should not be destructive. And also one more point is outdated or overseed templates. Also one of the thing you should remember. See that nowadays we can download many types of different types of templates. So see that to make your design away from routine, you see that you download many templates are there, use different templates which your friends are not using. Here I have seen, see, once you check our friends or minds or anybody, excuse me, I have seen nowadays many of us are using green color template one. On the right hand side, green color cross will be there. I'll show you now also after before completing. Many of us you are using that template because that is very cool actually. But instead of that, whenever you present in your future or anywhere, you see that you're trying with new types of modern templates. Okay. And next point is relevant graphics. Using relevant graphics, also very important, that graphic should be relevant to the content. See, suppose if I say ICT, if I am preparing my ICT one, in the beginning, as an indication, I can put a computer or a technology, something as a simple to attract as a beginning. But every time for every topic, if I keep some picture on ICT for every slide, that is not a relevant graphic. The relevant graphic should be the topic which you are saying on that slide. What are the topics you are discussing related to that topic? If you put in a graphic or a picture or a bar graph, whatever it may be you want, or these animations, now that arrow mark is sliding down and from that box is sliding down, or like that of animations or graphics or pictures, video, whatever it may be, relevant to that slide, particularly that slide. If you keep that slide, that also engages your audience. And one more good point in designing our template is consistency. Be consistent. I just go back to my slides. Sorry, consistent means, see, here when I have started for headings, I have taken 3 green boxes, and in this three different white color headings with some font, and other remaining are remaining colors and same fonts I have chosen. So if you go to my next slide or previous slides, mostly I see that these colors and this type of fonts will appear. That is called consistency. So where this consistency misses, when this consistency misses, you know, this is very much because if there is no consistency, it looks like a patchwork. How it looks like a patchwork, that also I'll discuss very next time. Next time in the sense within 2-3 minutes. Okay, I'll move to next topic. So here in the 3 stages: research your PowerPoint presentation, write your PowerPoint presentation, design your PowerPoint presentation. When you are designing, it is very important, see that your template is very cool and attractive, and it is a little bit good. See that you are keeping relevant graphics, and consistency is very important. Okokka slide okokka rangulo undadamu. Rangulo in the sense, if you copy from somewhere, the everything will paste from different PowerPoint presentations. Its consistency disturbs, and it won't look professional actually. That's what here you can, it's our wish how we design our PowerPoint presentation. But when you are going present a professional PowerPoint presentation, you please see that consistency is there. Okay, thank you. And finally, before going to conclude this session, and do's, simple do's I am giving. Excuse me, Kushu, please stop that video or go outside. So do's.
శ్రీధర్ గారు,
యా మేడం,
ఒక్కసారి ముందర స్లైడ్ ఒక్కసారి చూపెట్టండి.
యా మేడం.
ఓకే ఓకే అండి, థ్యాంక్ యూ.
ఓకే మేడం. So now do's. Simply winding up, this is like winding up what we have learned before that. Choose a single background for the entire presentation. So see, whatever your presentation, from single background we have to choose so that it looks more professional. Use simple and clear fonts. Don't go for cursive handwriting or different child days, or so many fonts are there. When we you know that in our Word document or PowerPoint, so many fonts, but we are professionally dealing, see that the font is very clear to the people and it is very simple. Use font size that can be seen from back of the room. It is very important, when because see, our friends are watching our presentation on small phones, small screens. Suppose if you keep lot of data on one single screen, they cannot read or see what is on the screen. So that use that font size. In actually, if you go to APA format, there 12 is the font size, but here there is no that particular rule for a PowerPoint presentation. You can format your fonts as per your need of that slide. So use a font size that can be seen from the back of the room. Even back of the room nowadays, what on the screen, our friends, we are all using a smartphone, so that on the smartphone also you can see the clearly. Write in bullet format and use consistent phrase structure in the list. This is also very important. So whatever the data you have, make it into bullet forms. So once if you make the bullet, you can elaborate in your explanation, but on the presentation it should be like a poster. By your explanation you can elaborate it. So bullet forms. How now do's are there? Do's are in the form of bullets, no? So like that. Use consistent phrases in the list. So same. You see, use simple clear font, use a font size, write. So what I'm using, I am using simple present tense as a phrases, no? So you also see that it is been in the same is consistency is there throughout our presentation. Now provide essential information only. Use keywords to guide the reader, listener through the presentation. Essential information. Just already this point is discussed, no? When you are keeping the content, essential points, information only should be kept. No need. We sometimes what we feel is we bother very much, and we think if we don't keep lot of information on the slide, they think that we did not prepare our presentation well. But that is not right. Whatever is the topic related to the topic only, essential points you should keep, and that you should. If you want to give examples, you can give 100 examples. That is later, if time permits. Okay, thank you. Next, use direct, concise language. Keep text to the minimum. So just this point also we have discussed. What is that? So when you are talking, you see that your language is very simple. Many of us, some people have low level fluency in English. Some people have higher level of fluency in English. Some can speak good BBC level of English also. But audience, in the same manner, audience also offer from the different backgrounds. So when we use the language which is concise and which is direct, and instead of putting a lot of text there, if you use that language, it is better, and feel that visually they have some points on the screen, and from audio, from their ears, they are listening some explanation. Both will happen. Okay, suppose if you keep text on the screen, the people has to do two tasks. One is reading the text, another is listening the explanation. Both at a time will not happen. So that's why keep a text minimum and explain more. So they'll keep that key point in their eyes as a vision, and they'll listen what you are saying. Provide definitions whenever necessary. Suppose any keywords are there. For that, if you want to give any meanings or definitions regarding that, you can give definitions. Make sure each slide logically led to next slide. One slide is logically leading to that slide. A slide akkada cut ayipoyi malla ee slide ki aa slide ki sambandham lekunda undakodu. So every slide should have its continuation or logical. It's a direct continuation. Means oka 10 points unnai, 5 points oka slide lo cheppanu, next 5 points is continued in the next slide. That is a direct link to the slide to slide. Or if there is no direct link, there should be a logical link. Logical link means introduction tarvata em cheppabothunam manam, the definitions or meanings చెప్పబోతున్నాము, తర్వాత ఏం చెప్పబోతున్నాం, ఇంపార్టెన్స్ గురించి చెప్పబోతున్నాం. There should be a logical link. If there is no logical link, there can be a direct link also between. Use a heading for each slide. At least give some heading to that slide what you are going to tell. So you can see now the slides which I have. First heading is stage. I mean the introduction, that all remove. Introduction is the first heading. Next one, stages are there. Next one, do's is there. Now I am going to next slide, don't. These are my 4 headings. I have prepared my presentation. Excuse me, am I audible? Let this slip. So, am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, sir.
So now don't. We'll just discuss what is this don't when we are designing our PPT presentation. Clutter the slides with graphics. So filling the slides with completely with the graphics or images or animations, too long animations. Suppose, see now I press means that text is coming, but something it is winding, rolling, jumping, that type of graphics, or that is also not good. And use complicated fonts. So at one glance, people should be able to read that font, mostly print script. Copper Gothic is there, that is one. Arial is there. So many are there which we at one glance we can easily read. So many types of fonts are there. Those type of fonts we can take. Widely used is Times New Roman, but nowadays we are having different fonts which are easily readable and attractively also are there. So we are using different types of fonts. Add and don't add superfluous information. That is also already discussed, but simply whatever we have discussed, I made into do's and don'ts. Add superfluous of information, means lot of information in one slide is not at all recommended when we make a professional PowerPoint presentation. We should remember it's not a notes, it's a PowerPoint presentation. Put down every word you are going to say, means you should don't put down. Don't put down whatever you want to speak that on the slide. You put a side heading, speak about that. And if you want, like suppose when you are writing an essay writing, we put every word what comes in the mind as per the format only. But in PowerPoint presentation, no need. Whatever you want to say, keep it in mind and put a keyword to that and explain about that word. That's good. Use images if they will distract. So already graphics in the, when we discussed about that, about this, we have discussed that when we use graphics, images or anything, it should be like related to the topic and relevant to the topic, and it should not distract the people's attention. Okay. When you see, if you show any flow chart, if you show any picture, and if you are explaining, your explanation should connect to the picture or the graphic or the flow chart which you have display on the PowerPoint. But if it is distracting you, means your explanation is something and the picture is something, again it is a distraction for you. And use hard to read color combinations like black or blue or whatever it may be. Different colors have their importance, but don't use hard read colors, bright colors, dark and backgrounds and all those. See that your presentation is very cool because it's a professional presentation. For small children, pre-primary kids, they want different designs, and because more of them, for them attention span is less, we have to attract them a lot with all these graphics and all those things and colors and combinations and bright colors. For them, attracting their attention is the first major task for us. Later, ABCD or whatever they learn. But here, when you go as a professional, they are already learned something. So it should be like a combination of pleasant colors and pleasant backgrounds for us. Finally, attitude of presenter. That is more important actually. When we are preparing presentation, frankly telling, dear my friends, I never went to any computer institute, learn about computers and all that. Recently I have started using, but only one thing I learned is computer lo indulo ఏ డ్రైవ్ లోకి ఎలాగ వెళ్ళావో అదే విధంగా బయటికి వచ్చేస్తే కంప్యూటర్ కి ఏం కాదు. సో అలాగే మనం డిఫరెంట్ ఆప్షన్స్ ని మనము సెర్చ్ చేసుకుంటూ డిఫరెంట్ ఆప్షన్స్ తో మనం తయారు చేసుకుంటూ ఒక ప్రెజెంటేషన్ తయారు చేస్తే ఆ ప్రెజెంటేషన్ బాగుంటుంది. అండ్ ఇక్కడ యాటిట్యూడ్ ఆఫ్ ద ప్రెజెంటర్ అంటే, యాటిట్యూడ్ ఆఫ్ ద ప్రెజెంటర్ ఈస్ దాట్ నా ప్రెజెంటేషన్ అందరికీ నచ్చాలి, నా ప్రెజెంటేషన్ అందరికీ అర్థం అవ్వాలి, నా ప్రెజెంటేషన్ బాగుండాలి అని ఒక మంచి నా ప్రెజెంటేషన్ నాలెడ్జబుల్ గా ఉండాలి, నా ప్రెజెంటేషన్ 10 మందికి ఉపయోగపడేలాగా ఉండాలి అనేది ఒక ఫస్ట్ దట్ యాటిట్యూడ్ విల్ బ్రింగ్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్ ఇన్ టు దట్. అప్పుడు ఐ కెప్ట్ ఇట్ ఫైనలీ, బట్ యాక్చువల్లీ ఇట్ ఈస్ ద ఫస్ట్ వన్. విత్ దట్ యాటిట్యూడ్ ఇఫ్ యూ స్టార్ట్, అవర్ ప్రెజెంటేషన్ విల్ బి బ్యూటిఫుల్. కాబట్టి మనకి యానిమేషన్స్ ఇవన్నీ పెట్టడానికి కొంచెం టైం పడుతుంది. దట్స్ ఆల్. సో this is with this I want to end, my dear friends. Thank you very much for this opportunity, for telling about how to create PowerPoint presentation. And after this I'll go to next APA PowerPoint presentation. Over to Madam Jyoti Madam. Hello Madam. Excuse me friends.
Hello, Venkat sir. Hello,
Yeah,
can you
madam.
hear me?
Yes, I am able to hear.
Hello,
Yeah, I am able to hear.
hello.
Hello Madam, I am able to hear you.
Yeah, actually, sir, I got power cut. So the thing is, I couldn't join initially. So can you please share your PPT and the recording also so that I can understand? I
Yeah,
could
yeah.
join very late.
Yeah,
Then
yes
also my
madam.
data is not supporting. Can you please?
Yeah, yes madam. Hello, excuse me, Jyoti madam. Hello friends, are you there? Hello.
Hello, sir. Could you hear me?
Yeah, madam, I can able to hear you. Tell me, madam.
Sir, actually, due to power cut, I couldn't join initially. So request you to share your PPT and the recording in group, sir. Can you please do that?
Yes, yes, yes. I understand. I'll share you. I'm asking others. I have unmuted all. Madam, Sridhar sir. సార్ చెప్పండి ఏమైంది?
మీరు అందరినీ మ్యూట్ పెట్టేశారు.
అది తీసేసాను, అన్మ్యూట్ చేశాను.
రావట్లేదు నాకైతే.
ఓకే.
ఇప్పుడు we have I can we can speak sir. ఇందాక పర్మిషన్ లేదు అని వచ్చింది. I think now we can respond.
Good morning sir, Venkat sir, you are there? Venkat sir, are you there?
Hello, Pameli madam.
Sir, are you there? Yeah, sir.
I am there.
Are you able to hear me?
Jyoti madam.
Sir, this
Hello.
is Pamela.
Pamela madam, excuse me.
Yeah. Sir, in the slide which you're showing right now, don't, fifth point, can you just read it out once again?
Don't use images if they will distract.
So use images if they will distract.
Don't.
Something is don't is not there. So
Heading is don't. Heading is don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
So don't use images if they will distract.
So do not use images if they
Yes.
will distract.
Yes, we should not use the images if they will distract.
Or use images which do not distract.
So here it's like using images if they distract.
Not related to the topic, but if they attract, if they attract the or grab the attention of the view or listeners.
Yes, listeners.
Or the
So suppose
audience.
if we are talking about beach, and if you keep if we are talking about a beach, and if you post a beach picture, and you're talking that beach has a sand, beach, people play there and all that, and same type of picture if you have posted there, that connection will be there. What you are speaking. Hello?
Okay, sir.
Yeah,
Hello,
what we are speaking and like that. If not for simply for decoration purpose or simply topic, another topic related picture, if we paste there, that will distract the viewer. That is my intention here.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Venkat, sir.
Jyoti madam.
I'm Anuradha, sir.
Yeah, madam, tell me.
Yeah, thank you for explaining it in depth, sir.
Okay, madam, thank you.
Is there anything that you want to add, or we can leave the meeting? Because
actually about APA format also madam want to talk about that. That's what I want to take confirmation from madam. She's not responding.
When I look at the participants list,
You can start, Venkat sir,
Yeah,
because
madam.
I have some internet connection.
Okay,
I got internet connection problem.
Yes.
I
Dear
can
friends.
continue even APA format.
Okay, madam. Thank you. Yes. Yeah. Again, once again, good afternoon, friends. And next topic is, am I audible now to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
thank you. Thank you. So APA format. God. So actually this about APA format, in this APA already we have learned in our previous semesters. In semester 2 we have, when we have started our dissertation work, we got complete guidance from our lecturers and everybody, and we have done so many of our assignments and all that, and research proposals using that format only. But again, it is like a revision of this basic, and is a good opportunity for me also to revise back. So basics of our APA format. So if you go, when you where we use this APA format, APA format means you all know that American Psychological Association, it has given some guidelines and structures to create our research papers or any articles and all that, right? So in that, when we, after writing an article, we format that in a APA format. Formatting means setting, creating all the settings and all that. Just it's like once again a revision, like a thing, because we are going to submit our dissertations and all that. So Jyoti madam wants us to revise once again that APA format so that we can successfully submit our dissertations following this APA formats. Okay, thank you, friends. First one. So formatting paper in APA style. What are the different steps there in this formatting paper in APA style? And here it is. First one, we talk about margins, font and font size, line spacing, page numbering, title page, running head, order. These are 7 points we should remember while we are formatting our paper, our dissertation, our article, our written paper in APA style. What, as per APA style, how the margin should be. Many of you know, I know that, but it's like a revision to all of us to recollect back these points while we are creating our dissertations. Font and font size is one more thing you should remember while you're formatting our APA paper. Line spacing. Line spacing is also one of the point we have to remember. Page numbering is another point. Title page, running head, and in what order we are keeping our paper. These are the 7 steps. But actually, APA style has nearly 7 versions. Recently, 7th version is also released. So for every version, there is an improvement. So for example, if you see a small change, improvement in previous version and now 7th edition of APA format is that they removed running head. No need to keep running head ane oka chinna point add chesaru. So like that, there are so many modifications in our APA styles, and where but these are the basic things which we have to keep for our present our papers right now, which we are going to submit or in the future. So first, if you go to the margins, already we know that margins, if you take A4 size paper, always we should take A4 size paper, and you should give 1 inch border. 2.5 centimeters we call it, or 1 inch approximately. Nowadays the scales, they are designing iron scales or some scales. Previously there used to be wooden scales, but they are used to be very broad. But now the iron scales, which they are designing with the same, because they are using for engineering purpose, and people no need to measure always the margins every time. So that scale itself they are giving with 1 inch width. So directly if you draw a line or take that scale while you're writing, but in the computer means you can take, you can select it from the Word document, no, right? If you want, I just want to show that also. If you want me to show where, suppose if you want to take the margins, you can, if this is a Word document I have opened, here in the layout, you can see here, first one, margins, orientation, size of the paper. So size of the paper, always it is A4 size paper. And if you go to the margin, here see top 1 inch, bottom 1 inch, left 1 inch, right 1 inch. This is the standard format of APA format. And when we are viewing, it's better to see here in the view, here it's a ruler. Rulers also, if you keep, you can understand the outline very clearly. But when you are going for binding work, what people say is our left side margin should be 2 inches, so that it will be helpful for. So then you can go to custom settings and you can change only our left margin as 2. And if you type, see, you can see here, from here it has started 2 inches, no? Right? Because from left side it goes for binding purpose. For that purpose, sometimes they, but when you take a standard format of an APA, it is 4 sides 111 inch format.
Daddy.
So that is about 1 inch, creating 1 inch. Next one is a font and font size. We all know that already. The famous, mostly when we are preparing our papers, we should use classical fonts. Computers వచ్చిన కొత్తలో ఏ fonts available లో ఉండేటివో అవి ఎక్కువగా వాడతారు. దాంట్లో famous one is Times New Roman, and size of the font is also 12 points. Next one, line spacing. Line spacing should be double line spacing. So again, once again, I go back to the document and I'll show about this line spacing. So something I'm typing here. So here, if you type like this and see how to get double space. So when you have to select like this, and here by you can select text. There you can see, if you click on that, after selected, if you click on the right button of your mouse, you will get cut, copy, paste, font, paragraph and all this. In this, you have to select paragraph. There you see here line spacing. Line spacing, that is very important. So in this line spacing, you go to double. So as discussed, the line spacing is double. And after selecting the double, here you see don't add space between paragraphs of the same style. So ఇక్కడ space దీన్ని మనం click చేయాలి because unnecessary spacings and all that will remove. So you have to select. Once again I'll tell, if suppose after typing you select text, right click, go to paragraph. In paragraph there is line spacing. So line spacing is doubled. Don't add space between paragraphs, and you can click OK. You can see that all my lines are having now equal space, that is double space. This is one thing we should remember while we are making our PowerPoint presentation. Next one, line after line spacing, a double spaced page number. Where to insert page number? For research papers or dissertations, mostly the preferable page position is page number position is top right hand corner of our presentation, of our paper. So how to insert that page number? Suppose if you see here, this is my paper. At the top here, the top is the top. If you click, double click, you will get header like this. Once if you get header like this, you go to insert. In insert, you will find page number. See here, online video, bookmark, header, footer, page number. In this page number, you have to select top right corner. So if you click like the top page, top of the page where number 3 I am selecting, because it is a top right corner. So see here, you got the page number 1, and after that come to main body and double click. So whenever you go after doing this task, if you go to next page, automatically the next page will be displayed here. Page 2 here, page 2 displayed, no? If you go like that continuously, page 3 page. So page numbers, while you are giving the page numbers, you should remember one thing, that page number should be given to all the pages, including your title page and also to your reference list also. Okay friends? So we should always top right corner, all the pages including title page and also reference page should be okay. Now you see here, top corner right hand, top right hand corner, you should keep our page number. Now going to title page. Title page is our first page where we keep title of our document. So if you see the title page, it has some more important points to remember. That is, while we discuss about title page, title should be centered on upper part of the page. Am I audible, friends? Are you following? Excuse me? Hello? Yes, now I unmuted you. Please check. Yeah. Yeah, thank you very much. That's why the class is very interesting. So title should be centered on upper part of the page. Next one is the title can be bold, large compared to other, little bit bold or large or italicized compared to the remaining part of the our work. Okay, next, title should not be more than 12 words long. So our title should be very precise and crisp, and you should remember that our title should not have abbreviations. It should be in a clear word form, and our title should be like a summary of our idea of the paper. And here already all of our friends, we have selected our title. Right, in the SEM2 only we have selected our title and we have submitted our proposals. So that is the what title is called, and our titles should not have abbreviations, and it should be made of words only, and it should not be more than 12 words. Again, if it is more than 12 words, it cannot be a title. Again, it is like a sentence or some paragraph. And after title, what we do, we keep our no abbreviations, no, and summarize the main idea. And after title, what we do, we keep our name, writer or author whose name under the title, and after that our institution name. This is the basic format for a title page. But if you see our titles, when our title page, our dissertation or proposal, first we have our college heading or something format, no, right? So this can be also done. There is no mistake in that. If our instructor is instructing us to do in such a format, we can follow that format. But if not, the title page have only the title with your name and your institution name. That's all. Suppose your roll number and all that additional things will be added by the instruction of our instructor only, right? This is about the title page. Next one is running head. Just now I told running head. Mostly the running head, there is a now you can keep, you cannot, your wish, because in a 7th edition, latest edition, they said that point was mentioned. It's not compulsory to have running head, but we will learn about features of the running head. How the running head? Running head is an abbreviation or shortened version of the title. So we keep the title. We have kept the title. It's a running version of our shortened version for the topic. Suppose we have taken, I have taken impact of remedial classes on learners in terms of their academical achievement or behavioral change. So that is the big title I have selected. For that, I should make it in a short form, abbreviated form. Effects of remedial on slow learners. That's all. Okay, I want to make it as a short, and that is a running head. Running head should not is a short version, and the running head where it should be, it is an opposite to our page number. We kept page number where top right hand side corner. No, here running head will be on the top left hand of each page, right? Next one. And our running head should be in all caps, capital letters, all caps. And it should not be maximum 50 characters. Each letter is a character, including space also. Full stops, commas also considered as a character. This is about the running head. With this, we have learned about features of 6 points. In our first slide, I have given margins, fonts, line spacing, page numbering, title, running head. These are the 6 different points which we have to remember while we are making our dissertation or research paper, an article or anything. And final one is ordering. In what order we keep our presentation or paper. So in this first order is title page. When we keep our work, first title page, abstract. Abstract is nothing but a brief summary of our paper, presentation or paper within 150 or 250 words, not more than that, right? And main body. When you go for main body, there includes your index, chapters, different chapters, your calculations matters, your research what is your research question, research base and data and all that will be there. And next you'll write the references. Next, you keep any figures related to the research. And finally, if you have any appendices, meanings or anything, words you want to keep appending, this is in this order you arrange our work. So title page, abstract, main body, references, figures and appendices. So when you go back again here for title page, already I told how a title page should be. And abstract, it is like 150 to 200 or 250 words about summary about our project. And main body contains index and different chapters in that, introduction chapter, research question chapter, and base for that, calculation part, analysis and analysis part and all that. Finally, references and figures. You want to any graphs or data or anything you want to include, you can include their appendices. This is an order of our paper. Now, just in a final, before closing, just how to write references, because everything has its own, everything comes with the same thing. Margins 1 inches, Times Roman, double spaced, even in the main body also, no, everything. But when you come and everything chapter wise and data, paragraphing and all are same, and justified paragraphing and all that. But when come to reference, simply when you quote a reference, what we should remember while you are quoting references, when we are writing a reference, who, when, what, where, these 4 steps you should remember. So who is writing, who has given that reference, when, in which year they have given, what, in what, which book or which research paper, and where, from where you got that. So here example is given, Lay S and Siegel, Seal C, and who. This is a name of the person who has given this reference, and when he has given in 2007 it has given, and what, from where I got the what in the sense, from which paper, learning to do qualitative data analysis and observational study of doctoral work. In that I got that point. And where from where I got this, I got this from qualitative research, health research and http://dio.org from this. So when you write a reference, we should remember that these who has you have taken, and when he has given that reference, from where he has given that reference, and what is that reference, and all that should be mentioned while we are referencing. And the number of references, how many papers you have referred, that all the references should be kept in our paper. Okay, and these are my references. Thank you, friends. With this revising of our previous knowledge about APA format, once again I brought in front of you. And I must thank Jyoti madam for giving this opportunity, because before I start what to do, I was in confusion, but now even see, when what we know we say to the people, our knowledge will enhance, no? So in the same manner, once again speaking about that, how to create a PowerPoint presentation, or like how to make this APA format, recollecting my my previous semester 2 days for preparing for exams. And I and Asmin, I think, used to sit and write on the paper what all these points, how to format the page and all that. Thank you very much, madam. Anybody? Yeah, tell me, madam.
Yeah. Sir, can you show the slide which you have mentioned about the margins in there?
Margins.
Yeah.
This?
No, this one, sir. This one.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. Yeah. Very nice presentation, sir. We understood the thing.
Thank you very much. Anybody want any doubts or any clarifications?
Sir, very useful, sir. Very nice and very useful. We can really use it.
Yes.
Once we request you to share it, sir.
Yeah, I'll share. Actually, I too don't have this much knowledge after Jyoti madam told. I just how and what I just referred many books and I made into few fine points so that at least minimum things, minimum basics we learn from, so that it is useful for our future and also.
That's true. Thank you, Jyoti ma'am.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, tell me,
Excuse me,
madam.
sir.
Yes.
In Word document also, double spacing is to be given. Suppose we are
Yes,
doing
in
seminar Word document.
Word document.
In seminar Word document we are making. No, in that also double spacing is necessary.
Yes, madam, double
Between
spacing.
the
Yeah,
lines.
if our instructor is asking us to submit in APA format, double formatting is necessary.
Yeah,
What about
Venkat
the
sir.
learning head
Yes,
Yeah,
madam.
స్టూడెంట్స్ 1 సెకండ్ మా మీరు ఇంకొకటి టైమ్స్ ఆఫ్ న్యూ రోమన్ 14 ఫార్మాట్ ఉంటుంది 14 సైజ్ ఫార్మాట్ సో మీరు కంటెంట్ రాసేటప్పుడు వెన్ యూఆర్ రైటింగ్ ద కంటెంట్ ద స్లైడ్స్ కంటెంట్ దెన్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు యూస్ 14 or 16 అండ్ ఫర్ హెడ్డింగ్స్ 21 అలా ఉంటుంది హెడ్డింగ్స్ సో అలా హెడ్డింగ్స్ చేయాలి ఫర్ పీపీటీస్ ఆల్సో అండ్ దిస్ టైమ్స్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ APA format is whatever the official things that you're going to present, the seminars or else anything. So when you're participating even in some webinars and also some meetings, so it is an official thing that you have to follow. When you write some documents also, we have to follow this APA style. So it's a completely official. So suppose if you're writing some letter format, so suppose you are a principal to one of the institution, or else you are the some chairperson, then at that time also when you are sending the format, you should send all these things in a APA format only. So this is a fixed format. Everyone, wherever it's possible, we are going to use it. And recently 3 to 5 changes was made in the APA format, and I will discuss even that also in the next class. And really it's a great presentation, sir. Really, I'm very thankful to you, Venkat sir.
Yeah,
Because
thank you.
I was really not getting time also to take care of my children also. కొంచెం బిజీ అయిపోయాను అందుకే మిమ్మల్ని తీసుకోమన్నారు.
Yes, madam.
But also it's good. Really 33 students was present, and me and other faculty meetings, 31 students was there today.
Yes, yes.
Really appreciate for the class.
Yes.
And I took the pics of all these people also. And
Okay.
really it's very good presentation, and I'm really thankful to you, and my
Yeah,
special concern thank the whole
Yes,
of it
madam.
thankful to you.
Yes, it should
Because
be
you
useful
did
to
lot
all
of
my
work,
friends.
and మీకున్న బిజీ టైమ్ లో కూడా అడిగిన వెంటనే చేశారు మీరు కావాలనుకుండా. సో బిహేవ్
Morning,
అండ్ స్టూడెంట్
morning 8 o'clock only I started preparing, madam, this.
I've seen the message with 7:44 you have sent me the message.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, so yesterday I went in the petrol station. Yesterday I went to the slum area.
Yeah, yeah.
So there I checked the online education. I inquired with a few students and everything. So ఈవినింగ్ వచ్చేటప్పుడు మెట్రోలో వచ్చేసరికి బాగా కోల్డ్ అయిపోయింది అనమాట.
Okay.
So because of that I was unable to meanwhile. So but anyway the presentation is very good. Excellent presentation. And students, the announcement is that 2 days you take. Today is a date 22. So 23 and 24 you take the time. From 25th onwards, I'll start taking the ICT seminars. First, I'll give the schedule to the regular students. Seminars, first regular students who are attending the classes, and then the students who attend every class of me. Na class ఎవరైతే regular గా వచ్చారో వాళ్ళకి second priority, and the third priority I'm going to give the students who are very late comers and not even responded to any of the seminars. So third category lo vallu untaru. So I categorize the students into 3. First is the regular students to the classrooms, and second is the students who attended the seminars during this COVID period and classes, and the third one is inka last ever good attend kaakunda submission chain vallu evaithe unnaro valla class priority. Okay, so based on this I'm going to categorize. In this the first list Venkat will be there. He'll be going to give the presentation on 25th morning. Venkat sir, can give a presentation.
Yeah, yes,
Okay,
madam.
first
I am ready with my
presentation will be there. Yeah. Later Padma madam వీళ్ళందరూ ఉన్నారు, రెగ్యులర్ స్టూడెంట్స్ వాళ్ళందరూ కూడా ఉన్నారు. Yasmin, Padma and everyone. So 5 students ఉన్నారు. I'm giving the 5 students first priority. So get ready to give presentations on 25th ma. Okay. On Sundays also you can give the presentations. Sunday whole day, morning 10 to evening 5 వరకు కూడా వినండి మీరు. You can do. Okay.
Madam, one more small doubt, madam.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yeah, tell me ma.
Madam, you told that in this PPTs, the heading should be 20 and the body should be 14. Am I right?
14. Yeah.
Okay, madam. Thank you.
20
Yes,
or
ma'am.
20.
Even I have doubt, ma'am. Jyoti ma'am.
Yeah, if it is,
There
if it is
also-
unable to see the heading also.
Hello?
Yeah.
Jyoti ma'am.
Hello. Yeah,
Even
tell
I
Yeah,
me.
have
madam.
one
Yeah,
doubt.
14 means it is very small, madam. Is it okay if we make it as 14 or 16?
సో చూడండి మీ స్లైడ్ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ ని బట్టి యూ కెన్ ఇంక్రీజ్
madam.
ఆల్సో బోల్డ్ లో పెట్టండి ట్రై టు సీట్ ఇన్ ద బోల్డ్ వన్ ఇన్ ద బోల్డ్ సైజ్ ఇఫ్ యూ
ఓకే
సీట్
మేడం.
దెన్
అంటే 14 అంటే చిన్నగా వచ్చింది, అందుకని జస్ట్ ఐ వాంటెడ్ టు రీకన్ఫర్మ్.
సో ఇంక్రీజ్ చేయండి పర్వాలేదు పీపీటీస్ కాబట్టి కెన్ ఇంక్రీజ్ యూ కెన్ ఇంక్రీజ్ యువర్ స్లైడ్స్
ఓకే.
Jyoti ma'am.
Okay, madam.
బట్ ఎక్కువ కంటెంట్
Jyoti
మాత్రం
ma'am.
పెట్టకండి యా
Okay,
Good
okay.
morning, ma'am. Myself, Meeta. Even I have doubt related to that. For PPT also, we should use the Time Roman font only, or we can use any other
yeah.
font.
We have to use the Times of New Roman font only. It's a
Okay,
general format for everything we use it.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Excuse me, ma'am.
And
In
one more
Word,
thing.
it is 14 and 12 headings. 14 and 5.
Yeah, 14 మీకు కనిపించింది కాబట్టి you can increase.
Font 12.
12 ఇంకా చాలా చిన్నగా అయిపోతుంటది కదా.
No, that's what I feel. That is why I'm asking. In Word, seminar Word.
14, 16 అట్లా ఇంక్రీజ్ చేయండి. And that depends on the content also, that if you are in the single slide, if you are taking nearly 6 to 7 sentences, then you have to increase that this one also. Okay, so board lo petti chudandi meeru, and maximum you have to use the slides in the plain slides ni prefer cheyali, and background also should not be too dark, and light colors తీసుకోవాలి, and words కొంచెం dark లో పెట్టాలి. So everyone able to visual కాబట్టి eyes కి రిఫ్లెక్ట్ కాకుండా చూసుకోండి. So and flow charts, subheadings, good explanation. By seeing the slide only, we should able to know the content that what we are going to explain. So అట్లా ఉంటే బాగుంటుంది మీవి PPTs. It looks more thing. ఇంకా ICT కాబట్టి can more prepare innovative slides also. Okay. Let's see on 25th. I'll be scheduling today by 5 o'clock. I'll give it to you. Sorry, I was not on my words. 2 days back I told on 17th I'm going to give, but I was not able to give it to you. And so today I'll be giving by 6 or 5 o'clock. I'll try to give it to you other things. So those students get ready on 25th. Okay. Anything else? Is there?
హలో
Yeah.
మ్యామ్, ఒక చిన్న
చెప్పండి.
డౌట్ మ్యామ్. అయితే 20 యాక్చువల్లీ అంటే ఈ 2 days వేరే సబ్జెక్ట్ అవుతుందా మ్యామ్ రేపు ఎల్లుండి?
ఇంకా నాకు మిగతా ఫ్యాకల్టీ గురించి తెలియదు. మరి నేను యాక్చువల్గా ఎందుకు ఇచ్చాను ఈ టైం అంటే, ఫ్యూ స్టూడెంట్స్ ఆల్సో దే ఆస్క్ మీ దట్ ఒక కపుల్ ఆఫ్ డేస్ ఇస్తే మీరు ఏవైతే ప్రిపేర్ చేశారో స్లైడ్స్ అవి ఒకసారి అడ్జస్ట్మెంట్స్ ఇవన్నీ చూసుకుంటారు కదా, చేంజెస్ చేసుకోవడానికి, మళ్ళీ మీరు కంటెంట్ మంచి ప్రిపేర్ చేయడానికి. కొంతమంది సరిగా చెప్పలేకపోయారు లాస్ట్ టైం. అండ్ డోంట్ రీడ్ ద స్లైడ్స్. ఐ హంబుల్ రిక్వెస్ట్, డోంట్ రీడ్ ద స్లైడ్, యూ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ ద థింగ్. ఓకే. నా ఇంటెన్షన్ ఈస్ ఆఫ్టర్ you go out after 1 month, you should able to ఈ కాలేజ్ నుంచి ఏం నేర్చుకున్నామంటే కొద్దో గొప్ప కొంచెమన్నా నేర్చుకున్నాం అన్నట్టుగా మీకు మీ ఆన్సర్ ఇచ్చుకునేటట్టుగా ఉంటే బాగుంటుంది. ఓకే. యా. ఎనీథింగ్ ఎల్స్ ఇస్ దేర్?
నో మ్యామ్, థాంక్యూ మ్యామ్.
యా. ఓకే మ్యామ్. ఓకే వెంకట్ సార్, థాంక్యూ.
Yeah,
థాంక్యూ
thank
వెరీ
you, madam.
మచ్.
Bye.
Thank you, Venkat sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you everybody for attending.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
for your
ma'am.
cooperation.
Follow the instructions. Okay.
It was nice presentation.